Hello and welcome to MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. Well, we had our guesses. We had Simon Doull, who went with 180.
193.
193. Even 193.
193. Yeah.
It's a fine line between optimism and delusion, my dear friend.
It was a poor batting effort.
Yeah.
It was a poor batting effort.
We had Michael Vaughan, who went at 180.
180.
I had 173. We've got a 10-run swing, of course. So with 166, this is the first time I'm sitting on the MPL Super Couch, and I want to be humble in my victory. So I want to tell the two of you, na 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 na. Well, I tell you what, it did, even 166 now. 166 looks like they've got a few runs on the board, but it seems like they just never got going, did they?
It wasn't very impressive at all, was it? I mean, the wickets at the top didn't help. Miller was okay, but not at his fluent best. Sarfaraz didn't quite get going either. And then Mandeep Singh struggled until the last two balls. He was 19 off 19 until the last two balls, picked up 10. But it looks like to me it's a 180, 190 surface.
Yeah.
There's no demons, didn't turn a lot. I don't think they played well at all.
And that's the thing with 166. You look at 166, and I think your reaction was, how did they get there? It just didn't seem like they were in, which is just a testament to how good this track is for batting.
Yeah, but you've got to give the Capitals a lot of credit as well. I thought they were smart in the field, good bowling changes, good field settings. But, 3 or 4 of the batsmen got in, so that's a sign that the pitch is okay, and then got out. The key period when you just felt that David Miller was going to explode, Sarfaraz Khan, they got out. And that's the key to getting the big scores in T20 cricket is having one player at least going on to make at least a 70 plus. If you get that one player to 70 plus, you generally go on and get the 180 to 200s. They just didn't get that one individual. Just look at that.
They were 4 down.
37 for 5.
Yeah, they were 4 down when the death started, when the last 5 overs started. And that's the problem, because they weren't batting deep. So 4 down for them means...
No, Mandeep was there.
Mandeep was there.
So they weren't batting deep or man deep.
They weren't man deep. They were
a man deep.
Oh Lord, that
I
was
don't know, whatever.
that's my territory that you're infringing on right now. Those are my kind of jokes.
Sorry.
Just because I let you eat my linguine,
sorry,
doesn't mean you do my kind of joke. But irrespective, I don't care, because this is my chair for this show. No one's getting this. You can do the jokes, that's fine.
Okay.
But we're talking about Mandeep. The batting lineup didn't sing, did they?
Okay. All right, I'll leave that with you. Missing Gale, perhaps. Obviously at the top, they didn't get that power. Sam Curran, what did you make of that?
Well, I thought it was going to happen. Got to 20 nicely, and then he got bamboozled by the spinner, Labuschagne. I thought that was a key move at the end when they got Sarfaraz Khan. Last over, he's 2 balls away from finishing off, and all of a sudden he gets him out. That's what the captain did well. He brought the bowlers on at the right time to get the key wickets. As soon as the batsman was set, you felt that the skipper was going, right, which bowlers out there can get me that wicket? And every time he tried to change it up with a bowling change, it pretty much worked. So full credit to the skipper.
That's match awareness, isn't it? That's Sarfaraz wicket. I mean, you've got a guy who's bowling really well, pick of the bowlers, last over, 2 balls to go. You've just got to see him off. It's not about hitting a 4 or a 6 at that stage. It's not about runs. It's about seeing him off. It's a sort of Sunil Narayan type situation, maybe a Chahal if he's going well. You just see him off.
Well, you see
finish your spell and you're done.
Absolutely. If Sarfaraz Khan had just seen off Labuschagne there, there'd have been 6 overs remaining, 120 on the board with both he and David Miller set.
Yeah.
The 180 plus certainly on from that position. If you play nicely, strike it beautifully towards the end, you get the 200 that we thought was possibly going to be that kind of score on this pitch.
And that is the kind of surface, right? I mean, Delhi is going to be looking at this 166 and going, all right, this is not even tricky. Sometimes totals can be low and they get tricky. This one should be confidence 80-20 almost Delhi when they're going in.
Yeah, but they're young. So you've always got that in the back of your mind when you've got a lot of, as much as they've got all the talent, you know that they've got inexperience, and sometimes they can just overthink it or not quite read the situation. If they play nicely and just play with a little bit of smartness, they should have too much in that batting lineup to see off this score.
I don't think Rishabh Pant ever overthinks it.
No, he's simple.
I just don't think he does. He just walks out and plays the way he plays. So to me, it looks like 16 overs, 15, 16 overs, it'll be done.
That should be our next guessing game here. Are you saying 16 overs, Delhi will chase this down?
I think they do it easy.
16 overs?
Yeah, in a canter. I mean, it's that sort of pitch. They do it in a canter.
we decide who sits on the MPL Super Couch. Dooley's making a play for it, man. Serious.
I've got to get back in the game. I was so far off with 193. I've got to get back in the game.
I just think a little bit of youth. I think it'll go a bit deeper than that. I think Delhi win in the 19th over. 5 wickets down. 5 wickets down.
All right. Well, they've pretty much got it covered. So you're saying 17th.
16th.
You're saying 19th.
I think it only takes them 16 overs.
So 16 overs. So in the 17th.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying 16.0.
Yeah, 16.
So that's your
overs.
call within 3-ball
That's it.
swing. 16.0.
All right.
Yeah,
You're
19.
at 19 exact. So I'll go 17.3, right in the middle.
So that means they're going to lose.
70.
We're all on that same. We're all on the same horse.
Ball them out for 120.
Well, look at it. I got it right. I am a winner. Chicken dinner. Win. So now let's talk about the bowling, the Delhi bowling. Let's show you those figures there. There was a really clever move in there with Hanuma Vihari with that one little over, just being a little cute. But he had plenty of bowling options, and his mainline bowlers did well. So he didn't really need to get Vihari in there, except as an element of surprise.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice, wasn't it? They're really happy having Chris Morris back. He's a 2-in-1 player in the field as well. Great hands. So,
yeah.
I mean, without they lose Trent Bolt, they put Trent Bolt to the sidelines, play Morris, give him batting and bowling and fielding as well. Not that Bolt's the only thing Bolt lacks there is the batting ability.
Yeah, because
but
fielding
it just
is
means
gone.
it tightens up their side a lot.
Yeah.
Lamichane was outstanding tonight, so if it turns, they've got a couple of options there, obviously, to bring Mishra back in if they want to.
They've got Mishra, Akshar Patel, Rahul Tewatia.
Yeah, so if they want that spinning option, if they go to a Chennai, they'll want those options.
Yeah.
So they've got all bases covered with the pace, with the spin as well. I think they are. They've got a side that looks like it can play in all conditions.
And think about it. If you're pushing, just one quick addition to that. If you think there's people on the bench you're pushing, they've got the world's number 2 T20 batsman in Colin Munro sitting on the bench.
Yeah, exactly. But if you look at the Kings 11 batting display, Delhi Capitals look at it and go, wait a minute, they had 43 dot balls. That's 7.1 overs of dot balls.
Yeah.
So it's all right saying strike the ball, hit it for 4 and 6, but you've got to try and maximise every single delivery. So when a bowler bowls a decent ball, it's not quite in the zone of hit. You've got to be able to get off strike with a single. 43 dot balls is far too many.
Yeah, that is. This was quite a dismal batting effort by Punjab, and trust me, it's looking slightly better because of those 10 runs in the last 2 balls. Otherwise, they were really at 156 with Mandeep on strike against Rabada, and Rabada actually bowled 2 loose balls, but Mandeep did put him away. So 166 is what they've got to. We, of course, have decided that Delhi's going to get there really soon. And if Delhi gets there, what happens is they go top of the table. They go top of the table.
Have they ever been top of the table?
Maybe a dining table, but perhaps not.
They must have played the first game of the season once.
And won it?
And won it.
And that's the only time.
Just for that short,
just for a day.
Just brief period.
No, they don't. See, because the winners play the first game. The defending champions play the first game.
Yeah, you're right.
So they've never been top. Someone will tell us. Someone will let us know on social media. Have Delhi ever been top of the tree?
So they have. So let's count the last 6-7 years, because remember they were when the IPL happened in South Africa. They won 10 or 11 out of 14 before Adam Gilchrist blew them away in a semi-final. This was in South Africa, and that was pretty much the reason why the playoff system came into play. From the next year, because it was just so one-sided, because they were 10 or 11. But remember that year they had Virendra Sehwag, A.B. de Villiers, pretty much had everybody that year. But this year they've got a lot of young talent. They've got some very exciting batting talent. Remember, we'll just show you the batting lineup real quick. You got Shikhar and Prithvi at the top. Prithvi coming off an almost 100, which Simon Doull says is better than 100, because people remember
it's more memorable.
It's more memorable, it is.
Absolutely.
Prithvi Shaw 99, and motivated to correct that perhaps and say, I'm going to get all 3 this time. And there's Shikhar Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, Colin Ingram, Rishabh Pant, Hanuma Vihari, Chris Morris. Get proper batting up till 7. And then they've got Harshal Patel and Kagiso Rabada who can swing the bat around. Haven't seen Lamichane bat.
I think that will change a little bit. Rabada maybe behind Morris, Harshal Patel then again, and then maybe Lamichane before Avish Khan, I think. Would possibly be my lineup. But
if you get down to those 3 that you just mentioned, I think the Capitals are struggling.
Yeah, then you're in
that
trouble.
Top 7, that looks strong enough to me to chase that total down.
Yeah, so I think that little confusion about what's happening in the end, we probably won't be seeing that today. I don't think it'll get to that, because if it does, as Modi is saying, oh boy, it has sailed away from you. Well, okay, so we're going to go. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over for Cricbuzz Combox, and then, of course, for MPL Cricbuzz Live at the end of the game. That's all we have time for. Gentlemen, any more?
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Congratulations, mate. Well done. Good guessing.
Show my face. Can you see it shining? This is the first time in 11 days that I've sat on this. So I tell you what, You both can retire to the ante room for some more risottos if you'd like. I think I'm just going to sit and enjoy this moment a while longer.
Okay.
Free to sit around and look at me. As are you. No? Okay, bye.